Last week I made a video all about the Boss Acoustic Singer VE-8. If there was going to be a second version, what changes I wouldn't want to see. If you don't know me and my channel by now, I've got loads of videos all about this unit, just because as a working musician, I think it's absolutely perfect. Sorry to sound like a broken record if you see my other video, but it's a guitar effects unit, it's a vocal effects unit, it's a looper, it's a mixer, it's everything in one pedal. That being said, this pedal did come out in 2016, so I wouldn't be too surprised if there's going to be another version of this at some point in the near future. And if that's the case, there are certain tiny little things that I would love to see changed or added. So here's my top 5 things I would love to see added if they are making a VE-8 Mark II, or VE-8 II, or VE-8 9, or whatever it's going to be called. Acoustic Singer 2, that'd be a good name. Just to be clear, this, like the other video, is a fantasy wish list. I don't know if Boss are actually making a second one of these. This is my own personal wish list that, from experience of using this for many years, I would like to see. So in no particular order, here we go. Compressor. I gotta admit, I feel like I'm starting this list with a real nitpick. The Acoustic Singer VE-8 does not have a compressor, but don't let that put you off. With an onboard EQ and the enhance feature, you can get a really great tone, really nice levels, a lovely balance overall, without a compressor just fine. That being said, if Boss are going to add new features, I think a simple, generic compressor would go a really long way. Think of Apple with GarageBand. They've got a nice simple reverb, a nice simple compressor, just to lift things, just to kind of enhance things a little bit. I think that'd be a great addition to have. Like I say though, the enhance feature on the vocals is a really good replacement for that. I think most of all, aside from a compressor for the guitars, and a separate one for the vocals, I'd like to see a master compressor overall, just to really glue things together. But like I say, you can manage just fine without one. Interchangeable FX. The Acoustic Singer is absolutely brimming with guitar effects. You've got standard things like chorus, phaser, flanger, delay, modulated delay, but there are certain ones that I don't use personally that I would love to have the option of taking out and replacing if there was a certain number of banks available that you could have your own effects for. Take for example the ring modulator. It's a great effect, but it's not something I personally use. I love the idea of being able to connect to the Boss library and then being able to swap it out for say a guitar crunch tone or some kind of distortion. Just to add a bit more kind of character to the lead work that I might do. Same for the vocals, aside from the harmonies, you've got double, you've got radio, you've got distortion, you've got electric. So 4 banks, it'd be great to swap them out with different effects as well. I hate to say it, but even if it was a paid option, wouldn't be the end of the world. It'd be nice to know that it'd be even more versatile than it already is, with the ability to just pick and choose your own personal effects that you'd like to put in here. So I think that would go a long way. Top tip as well, and I'll probably put it in a future video, but you can actually combine these effects. So for example, a delay with a chorus, or an octave shift with a phaser, that kind of thing. So that's quite cool. Undo feature. So probably the biggest thing that I would like to see, and it's the only bugbear I have with this particular unit, is there's no undo feature with the loop button. It depends on your perspective. Personally, I think this is quite a good thing, that if there's no undo feature, you have to really concentrate to make sure that you don't make mistakes as you overdub and, create those layers. That being said, we're all human, mistakes happen, and I think having an undo feature would be really great. I don't think it's much to ask for, and I think it's quite a simple thing to add. So yeah, an undo feature would be really cool. What's recorded stays recorded. So what I mean by this is if you've got the whole reverb and you're building up some vocal loops and it sounds really big and very choir-like, if you then change the preset, the reverb changes with it. So if you have a whole reverb with a choir-like sound, like we say, and then you change to a preset that has a room reverb, the loops will change reverbs as well. Not ideal if you're going for a very particular sound, and it surprises me slightly that what you're recording doesn't transfer when you change presets. So to me the reverbs kind of act as a master reverb, sort of, because there are 2 reverbs, one for the guitar and one for the vocals, but they do act as a master reverb, which is quite strange. So I would like a bit more independent, or whatever's recorded, like I say, stays recorded when you change presets. I think that would be quite handy. This is probably one of the most common questions I get in the comments for this channel, a vocal delay. So we have a guitar delay, we have 4 different types of reverb, we have all these different effects as well. We have harmonies too, so I'm very surprised there's no vocal delay. Well, I'm both surprised and not surprised. It's probably to encourage the consumer to buy another separate pedal. As a business strategy, that does kind of make sense. A vocal delay would be nice, but then again, if we're going down the route of interchangeable effects, then maybe that's something that could be added. Don't be deterred that it doesn't have a delay. It still sounds absolutely great, and if you haven't seen my other video, then let me re-say it here, that the amount that this pedal offers for the price tag that it is, I think it's really, really great. If you really can't live without a vocal delay, then I suppose what you could do is just switch the inputs for the guitar and the microphone. You probably need adapters to do that, or specific type of cables, but that way your vocals will go through here, but obviously you'll lose the harmony feature, and your guitar will come through the vocal effects, so you could still use reverb, but you obviously won't get the guitar effects. But if that's something that you desperately need and you don't need vocal harmonies, do it that way, just switch it around. So there you have it. They are 5 things I would love to see in a Boss VE-8 Acoustic Singer 2, if there is such a thing. But like I say, the current VE-8 that I've been using for the past 8 years is absolutely astonishingly brilliant for what it offers for one unit and for the price tag that it is. To be completely honest, if they did bring out another one, I probably would still keep using this one until it's inoperable anymore, just because it's just absolutely fantastic. It's really great at connecting with other pedals. You can separate the signals, so there's good workarounds and good ways to add features along with what it currently offers. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. Like I say, I've got some other videos, but if there's something specific about the pedal that I haven't covered yet, then drop it in the comments. I'm sure I can answer your question. In case you haven't seen it yet, I made another video about 5 things I would not want to see changed in the next model of the VE-8. If you'd like a full rundown of what the pedal does, or if you'd like some demonstrations, then please do check out my other videos, or if I haven't covered something, please leave it in the comments, and hopefully I can make a future video for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a terrific rest of your day. Enjoy yourself. See you next time.